Welcome back, guys. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I got a buddy over today. We're going to be working on a car, his car. This is going to be his first project car, and so it's kind of a, I wouldn't say rare car, but kind of a rare car. You don't see a lot of them out there. So I think it's going to be fun. He's going to be learning lots. It'll be fun to have somebody else in the videos and another car to work on. He'll probably be helping me in the future with both the 8.6s in the back. And so I'll bring him in just a minute. Little update, the Lexus rode really good after I did the coilover swap. It looks really good as well. It's a lot lower.
I only had to make one adjustment on the road to the back right one right over here.
But for the most part, it did really good. I also got some new goodies from a buddy in Seattle. Got a bunch of front-end suspension parts, end links, upper control arms, lower ball joints, the works. So it made it really nice. I'll be upgrading that. That'll be another video to come. Downside is, due to where the meet was for Springfest, I wasn't able to make it. They closed the pass. There's like a mountain pass in between me and in Seattle, and so I wasn't able to make the show in time. I did get over to Seattle, but I had to go another route, and yeah, so I didn't get any videos from that. It sounded like there was a bunch of issues though with parking, and so by the time I would have got there, if I would have tried to make it, I probably wouldn't have been able to get in. So yeah, so I'm gonna probably start filming Reggie's car. My buddy, he's gonna probably talk about maybe what he's gonna do, or his plans with the car, what it is, issues with it. I think we might be doing a couple things to it today, changing out tires, and we might do a little review or just an overview on it beforehand. So let's get into it, guys. Alright guys, so Reggie just got here, got his car backed in. It is a 1987 AE82. It is not, so it's the Corolla FX. It's not the FX16. It does not have the twin cam 4AG in there. It does have the 4AC carbureted motor, but I'll let Reggie probably talk a little bit about that. It does have some issues. We're going to be working on that. We're going to do some stuff today. Probably let him tell you about it. But this is my buddy Reggie.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
So like I said, we're going to get into it. What are we doing today, Reggie? Swapping out what, wheels, I think?
Yeah, we're going to swap out the wheels, put on some new suspension springs.
Oh yeah, I've got the, yeah, I got, when I did the coilovers on the 8.6, I had some Megan lowering springs, so we're going to test to see if those might fit on this car, because this car is ridiculously high. And I'll do a little walk around on the car. But you got the car for a super good price. The only rust that I think is on the car is what, on the hatch, Reggie?
Yeah, right on the license plate. Right
License plate on the hatch.
just above the tail light.
But other than that, the interior looks really good. Let's see if we can get... I think what the only major issue is the seat with the tear. Other than that, the interior looks really good. Dash is in excellent condition. The tranny works good. Door cards. So yeah, we're going to be working on that. Now, by all means, this is his first project car. This is something he's learning on. That's why he's come over here. Going to help him out with it quite a bit. Teach him some stuff. I mean, he knows the basics, you know, putting in gas, changing a tire, the basics. So we're gonna get started on this. Probably do some not speed shots or fast forwarding, but some time-lapse clips, and just going over it. We've got my wheels that came off that I was using for rollers for the drift shell I have. They're just some old school rotas that I had on there that I actually used to have on the yellow 86. We're gonna put on here just a test fit. We might also, if we get time, take the red Advans off my coupe and put them on there because they are 14s. The rotas are 16s. I think what these are 15s or 14s, Reggie?
Yeah, they were 15s.
15. So he's got 15s on there now, but he's got monster truck tires, monster truck suspension. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start by taking off probably the rear and just test fitting wheels, see how they look. He doesn't know what kind of style. This is all new to him. So we're gonna get into it, guys. Let's go. Alright guys, so Reggie's taking off his driver back wheel. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the first wheel here while he's doing that. So I usually have power tools. Unfortunately, my impact, the little adapter that goes into the Milwaukee head part that goes into the socket, I forget what that's called, but it's an adapter. I had 3 of them and I snapped all 3 of them for some reason while I was working on the GS. We get them at just a local hardware store, and sometimes you'll get one that lasts forever. My first one I had is probably going on 6 months. And then it just randomly snapped on a hard bolt, and then the other 2 snapped like almost instantly, and I had to switch to hand tools. So until I go back and get some more, we're all using hand tools.
Suspension up there. Pretty simple. It's almost like how the Hondas used to be, or the Hondas I used to work on. Wouldn't be that hard to try to change out the suspension, or at least check to see if the springs would match.
The springs I have, are like the Megan Racing, sort of the orange ones. Yeah, right there. And I've got some for the fronts over there. So I think after we test these on there and lower it, just to see how they look, we might jack the car back up and then might put on the springs. I think his front suspension is blown. We took a test drive in it and kind of bouncy. So yeah, so let's get the wheel on there, get it lowered, get the front put on there, get it lowered, and see how they look. Alright guys, so ran into a little complication. I feel like an idiot because I didn't look it up ahead of time. I just assumed. But the A82 is 4x100 bolt pattern. I thought the old wheels looked a little smaller as far as the bolts go, but I didn't pay no attention to it. Went to put the new ones on and not even a close match. Couldn't even try to get it on there. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to test fit the other wheels on there. So we're going to put the old ones back on and then probably just do like a small review. Have Reggie talk about the car, what his plans are, what he wants to do. Being that we don't have other wheels to put on that are a lower profile, we may not try to do the suspension today either, just due to the fact that if it does go lower and it sits on top of the wheel and you can't move it around, it just causes problems. So today might be a bust. We might try to clean it, do something to it to make today productive. I don't know, with Reggie here, I might have him hold the camera and work with me. Might try to put out a couple videos of how going over all the different cars, the plans for them, and or a review. But yeah, I guess we'll try to pick up this video here in a couple minutes after we get his car put back together and figure out what we're gonna do. Alright guys, so we got his car back on the ground, got the wheels put back on. Unfortunately, I no longer have any 4x100 wheels. I don't have any Hondas anymore, or cars that take 4x100 wheels. I shouldn't just say Hondas, but that's mostly what I had the wheels for. So we're gonna have to find wheels, which luckily there's thousands of 4x100 wheels out there. People are selling them for cheap, so hopefully we'll be able to find something in the right size and style that he's looking for. Still trying to figure out what style he's looking for, but I'll go ahead and I'll have Reggie talk about like the car, what he's done to it, what's wrong with it, what his plans are, and we'll go from there.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Well, like he said, I'm really not sure really what I want to do with the car yet. I'm not sure if I really want to, you know, get under it and basically turn it into a race car, spirit driving like what Brady calls it. I'm really not sure. Like I said, there's a head gasket blown right now, so it's really can't really do much driving with it right now. Change the thermostat, change the oil, water pump. That's really about it. Like he said, I'm not an expert. I really just know the basics. First project car is like I'm really kind of not really. I don't know what I'm doing, but I got a lot of help and a lot of good friends to help me out. I want to go lower. I'm pretty set on black wheels with the silver color that the wheels are, with the color that the car already is. I think it really kind of stands out with the black. Just anything really that I go will be black, most likely. I'm not sure if I want to do two racing seats in the front or just the driver.
So kind of like how I've got in the 8.6er, I've got the Sparko right there, and then I've got my GTS seat. It's gonna be kind of hard to see this if I open the door, but I've got my Sparko seat here, GTS seat over there. I do have a spare Sparko over there, so maybe we might try to test fit one. But yeah.
The steering wheel, I want to get rid of this big ugly thing. It's just one with a detachable, probably either Nardi or Sparko. We got it narrowed down to those two. The hatch, most likely I'm gonna put just speakers, something with the hatch space. I love my music, so that's gonna be a lot. I don't know. I might change the dash. I like the old school. It actually doesn't have a tachometer, so I might have to get a mounted one right here.
That, or if we can find like the FX16 ones, because those got a cool dial and it's got the red line area and stuff like that.
Yeah. Still, like I said, I want to change the pedals too. That's just probably with metal, and go put some of that skateboard grip tape over it for grip. And like I said, change the shifter knob. Obviously, that's a little weird. I don't like it. I like more of a ball, you know what I mean? But like, really, I'm really not sure really what I want to do yet. I'm kind of just full of ideas. I don't want to give you one thing and tell you and then do one thing, do something different, throw you guys off.
So it's gonna be a work in progress, essentially. Like, you want to pop the hood for him? So here's the engine bay, super clean for what it is.
Like I said, it is a 4AC. We did replace the water pump and thermostat. We were having coolant issues. Turns out there wasn't any coolant in there, so we figured we'd just go ahead and do those two. But once we were trying to bleed it, I think we kind of let it sit for a little bit too long, and it ended up by overheating, I think, because
it never used to leak oil, and then it started kind of leaking oil or overflowing. So yeah, I think, there we go, too bright over there. So I think we're gonna have to get the motor rebuilt, either motor rebuilt or a new motor, whatever one's cheaper. I know we can find the 4ACs all day long for super cheap, but if they're not reliable, and yeah, just a whole game that we're gonna have to play with this. You were saying something about possibly upgrading the motor in the future, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I might eventually turn it into a race car.
At least
over time.
Or at least something more funner to drive.
Something funner to drive.
So this is the car basically. We're gonna be working on this, so we're gonna see a lot more content with this car. I said pretty clean interior. Overall, pretty good condition. Not a lot of rust on the body at all. Like I said, mostly I think the main rust is just in the hatch when we looked it over. He's gonna need a new exhaust when he turns on. It like leaks from like 4 different places under there, so we'll probably have to get a new one of those. Once we find wheels, we can probably put in suspension, and yeah, go from there.
So now we're probably going to get this car moved over and set up. like Reggie said, it does have a blown head gasket, so we're gonna keep it here. That way we can work on it, have it here for videos. That way we can both do stuff on it. And we're probably gonna try to pull out the blue Corolla right now, get it aired up. The wheels on it are constantly letting out air. Either it's bad tires or bad seal when my buddy mounted them for me. So we're gonna probably put the black rotas on there, pull the advans off so I can take those down and get them checked. But while we have it out, we might, I don't know, do a couple things. I've got some bumpers over here to put on. It might go around that car because that'll probably be a car that Reggie and I are gonna mess with. Do a little bit more learning for both of us, and yeah. So we're probably gonna move cars around. I probably won't film that. But yeah, we'll get it moved out once we get this out and going. I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so went ahead and we played musical cars. Went ahead and got Reggie's car put over here, put away. This is where it's gonna sit. We'll move it around when we go to work on it. But we pulled out my 86 Toyota Coupe, E86 Coupe. We've got the red Advan A3As on there. The driver's side ones tend to go flat, so we got them aired up. Instead of having them go flat like every other day, we're gonna go ahead and put the black rotas on there, give it a change. I always see it with the red wheels on there, so it'll give it a nice look and allow me to I've also wanted to get the wheels redone as well, as far as getting bigger lips. I think they're a 16 by or a 14 by 6 or 14 by 6.5 or 7, I can't remember, but give it a better stance than what it is. That way I don't have to run spacers or anything like that. So I'll probably go I think it's pine something, but they sell lips for the A3As, so we'll get those on there. So we'll go ahead and we're gonna start taking that off. We might pull off the front bumper or rear bumper, and might put on the other ones or just to test fit. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Alright guys, so went ahead, got the wheels, the rotas put on, got the advans taken off over there. Unfortunately, I left my camera on and was filming, but I didn't realize I knocked it over or moved it, and so it was filming the wall the whole time, and I was already on like a quarter of a battery, so it ended up by draining the battery. So while the battery was charging up, I went ahead and just put the wheels on, and I got the bumpers put on, so I didn't film any of that. But I had these bumpers are pretty trash. They were used as somebody else's like drift spare or just drift bumpers, so they're pretty all beat up. As you can tell, they're pretty broke. But got them put on. Not the best way of doing it. There's already holes from the zip tie, so I just used the holes. Got the rear on. So yeah, car looks way better. I'm happy with it. At least now it's got the wheels on there, which are way too big, tire size wise even. But at least they're not going to go flat, and I don't have to worry about trying to air it up. The Advans, I'm going to find out what's going on, either get new tires or just find out why they're not sealing up or leaking. There might be a nail in them. They might be bent. I don't know. But yeah, so went ahead, got the car done. Looks a lot better. I do need side skirts for it to complete it, and I think it's going to look a lot better when it's a lot lower to the ground. It looks really weird, super high. But once that gets done, I'm going to start putting some of the interior back together. I don't know exactly what my plan is for this car. I don't know if I'm going to go more like a track style build or go all out for it. I kind of like the fact that I can just throw stuff on there and do it, not like just a cheap way of doing it, but just to have fun with the car. My yellow car, I don't try to do that. I try to make sure like I do stuff the most proper way that I can. Try to use the correct parts. Try not to hack anything up or anything like that. So with the blue car, I was gonna sell it. I just got rid of the drift shell as well, So I got money that came in for that. I either might try to put it into the blue car, or I don't know, but I got to come up with more stuff to do. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that car yet, but it's going to be nice because I can just do whatever I want, not have to really have a second thought about it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm trying to get more videos out. I'm trying to get better with editing, trying to get better with doing videos. It's just a whole new experience for me. So appreciate the watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down, maybe what you want to see with the cars if you have questions. I'm probably going to start trying to do a review of each car in the next couple videos, or one of the next videos. What's done to the cars, what's the plan for the cars, parts on them, etc. Stuff like that. So once again, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. See ya.